Hi guys, I'm just slowly turning into like an Animal Crossing character, but it's actually kind of funny because I feel like I bought this fancy camera, as you can see right here, and I just feel like maybe it's because I'm a bad camera person, which it definitely means that, but I just prefer my phone. I feel like I've used my phone longer, it's more comfy, I just know how to deal with it. So yeah, also like I did do bare minimum makeup today. I'm just feeling like, I try to look attractive because I feel like it's gonna give me more views if I look very pretty or if I put as much makeup on as possible. And don't get me wrong, when I have a full face of makeup on, I definitely feel like some kind of way. I feel very confident about myself. But I also just feel like, sometimes it's not something that I feel like doing. As you guys know, I'm, not the most mentally sound right now. I feel like I've talked about this on every platform, so I'll just be very brief. My senior dog, which you guys know, has been in like a lot of my videos. We went to the vet and basically he already has been diagnosed with heart disease, which will eventually progress into heart failure, but he didn't have heart failure just yet. However, this week he was diagnosed with early stages of heart failure and they gave him 3 to 6 months to live. I guess his heart is so enlarged now that it's gotten bigger and now it's pressing on his trachea, so he's having a hard time not breathing. Like, he's breathing fine, he's not in pain, but he's like coughing a lot. So that's just a really intense time. And I know that people are watching this who like probably don't have dogs and they're probably like, it's a dog, but like I don't think you guys understand. Like, this is the most intimate bond I've ever had, and for people who've maybe felt rejection by both parents or had to raise themselves throughout their life, like, this is the most intimate bond I've ever endured, I've ever gone through. So it's just like, I just don't want to be that person that cries, because I feel like a lot of times people see someone crying on camera and just like think it's like some kind of manipulative tactic, and I don't want people giving me bad juju over the screen. So I don't want to give you that power. So I don't want to cry about it. But that is what I'm going through. And I feel like a lot of times, like, a lot of tarot readers or spiritual people feel like they're not allowed to talk about these kinds of things because it's kind of like, oh, I don't want to get a tarot reading from someone who's like sad, or I don't want to get a tarot reading from someone who's going through it. But it's also like, you guys, we're still people, like, we're still humans, we still mess up and we still have feelings and we still have great days and we still have road rage when someone cuts us off in traffic. Like, these are things that we all do. Like, whether I can give you a tarot reading or not, like, it's just, we're very, we're all just kind of like people going through it and trying to figure out how to navigate things. So with that said, yes, I'm very sad lately. I'm not the best mentally, but I'm still able to give a tarot reading. I still have the energy for it. I still want to do it. I will be completely transparent. It's my dream to be a YouTuber. It's my dream to be on TikTok more and like be someone that people like recognize and want to subscribe to based on that kind of recognition or relationship. But it's not my income. I don't need to do this. I have income with my astrology career. Like, I do this because I want to. So I'm not going to sit down and give you some kind of bad energy reading just because I'm going through it in my personal life. I'm giving you guys all good energy, all love, all of that. But yeah, I just wanted to talk before I do, because like I love being able to give you guys tarot readings, and I love that you guys love being able to watch me give tarot readings, because that was my dream. Like, a few years ago, before I even knew how to read tarot cards, I was like, man, it would be so cool if people like enjoyed my tarot readings or my interpretations, like wanted to see what I could do with, like, that kind of energy work. And so to be in demand, have people relate to my videos, have it get views, have people watch them, like, I love that. I'm so honored to do that. I just want to also like start solidifying more of a relationship and start slowly kind of introducing you guys into like who this person is that gives you guys tarot readings, because I feel like whether you care or not, I don't know, I'd want to know a little bit about the person that I'm watching a tarot reading from, or like a prediction or an energy work thing from. So yeah, that's my big tangent. I don't know. Who are my mutual signs? So if you are a Sagittarius, Virgo, Pisces, or Gemini, this reading is for you. And you can apply your rising or your moon sign. I personally, I think, prefer that you apply your moon sign. And we have a lot of communication this week. We have a lot of deception this week. I see deception kind of lightly, like, I'll get into it. I have Neptune, so dreams. Your dreams might be more vivid this week. I definitely expect you to dream journal. And I know that's a weird thing to say because I recommend that so much, but I myself don't do it. But I really think that like waking up and just immediately jotting down in your notes on your phone or something, like what you're going through, what you're experiencing, might be incredibly helpful to you, because this is a week of intuition. Things are coming to light. Are you ready for them or not? And then I also have Aquarius in 3rd house, so you're definitely going to be garnering some attention for something this week that I think maybe is eye-catching. You know, you're standing in your own authentic truth. You're doing something that is genuine to yourself. I think it might receive like a shocking reaction, but I think it's not necessarily more of like a fun, like you being yourself vibe. I do also have 4 of Cups, the Hierophant. Okay, let's talk about the good cards first. So I have Princess of Pentacles and 7 of Cups. You're building on things. I think that you've been very innovative lately. I think you've been reading a lot or like studying a lot. I have 4 of Cups in the Hierophant. So I get this vibe that you've been like maybe holed up in your room watching lots of documentaries or reading lots of books, or just kind of going down like the Reddit, Tumblr. Do people still do that? The whole rabbit hole. And I feel like there's a lot of new perspectives and clarity and things that you're learning, but it's also helping you recognize and learn more about yourself. Like maybe you're an astrology student watching this. But I do feel though, this didn't necessarily start with like the honest intent of I need to learn or I want to know more about the subject. I think you started going down this rabbit hole of sitting in your room and studying something or learning something, or just essentially isolating yourself to avoid something going on in your daily life. I have the Hermit. I have 9 of Pentacles reversed. I have Knight of Cups reversed. So I kind of feel like there's some confusion, or there's some maybe romantic connection or emotional connection in your day-to-day life where I feel like you hit a wall of frustration. Like maybe you felt like you were doing everything for everyone. I have Death reversed. I feel like maybe there's some kind of avoidance of something, like you know that maybe a bond or a unique connection you have to someone in your life is coming to an end, or maybe you guys have 2 conflicting opinions, and maybe you've been avoiding it by like keeping to yourself or isolating. But I feel like there's kind of this tension underneath the surface of like you and this other person. I feel like you've been very tired lately too. Like I feel like maybe you've been watching way too many of those YouTube videos about like being the it girl, or you know, waking up trying to be like the perfect, most motivated version of myself kind of niche. And I feel like you've just been like overdoing it, like working out, waking up early, working out, studying, going to school, working, trying to like do things for your family, and like not really leaving a lot of time for yourself. And I think on top of that, like on top of feeling spread thin or exhausted lately, whether you've done all of that or you've done nothing and you've just been feeling exhausted, I think that there's some kind of avoidance with someone in your life, and I feel like you're just too overwhelmed to know how to navigate it. So I think you're like not drowning, but you're like putting all of your attention into like these random subjects or these random things to kind of distract yourself from like, I don't know how to approach this person or this situation. And I think that the faster you actually address it head on, the easier you're going to feel. Because I feel like, you know, you can only avoid someone so long, or you can only hide from the inevitable for so long. The one very difficult thing about life, and also sometimes a very beautiful thing about life, is it's always changing. So whether things are going really great or things are going awful, things are always a constant yo-yo effect. You can't avoid that. And I definitely feel like this is going to be a week where you have to recognize, like, you can't run from yourself, you can't hide from yourself. So there are things that you have to kind of face head on, but I think it's going to bring you a lot of peace and a lot of clarity. And I do think reaching out to people and like initiating conversations with loved ones might be exactly what you need, even though you don't want to do that, if that makes sense. So yeah, if you liked this, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you think. I know I didn't post last week or like the week before. I don't know, I'm bad at this. But I want to know if this resonated, how you feel, and I will see you in my next video. Cardinal signs, I have the High Priestess. I have Ace of Wands reversed. And I have Knight of Pentacles reversed. So let me talk about these first. I feel like you're in the process of organizing yourself and straightening up the things that you want to alter or change in your life. But there's a little bit of pushback. I feel like you know what you want, but I feel like you're just kind of, you know, when you have that like anxiety of like, I need to get something done, I need to just knock this out of the way. And then you get so focused on just like going from A to B that you don't actually stop to think about like what you actually need to do, like the groundwork surrounding it. So you're just kind of like rushing through it and unintentionally probably making some sloppy gestures along the way because of that. I feel like that's kind of what you're doing. Like maybe you were procrastinating and now you're like, I need to get back on track. Kind of like, this is a really bad analogy, so sorry, but this is kind of like you've been, you know, maybe not reaching a certain health goal or a wellness goal, and you want to start running on the treadmill or working out after maybe years of not doing any of that. But you get so like focused on, I just need to see results, like that you're just like running way more than you should, and you know, just making unhealthy choices because you're trying to make drastic instant gratification happen. That's kind of like what I'm seeing with you. Not necessarily in the health way, but more of just like productivity. I have Sun, Mercury, and Cancer, so you're very emotionally charged this week. Cardinal risings or cardinal moons. I feel like you have a lot that you're ready to express, and you're very critical, you're very logical about how you want to get this off of your chest because you've been kind of sitting with this for a while. I have Mercury, Sun, and Cancer, so I feel like it's something that's just been weighing on you, and I think you've been quiet for a while. And again, you have these factors of this outside pressure, maybe with your job or your productivity levels, and then on top of it, there's this like emotional baggage that you're kind of weighted down by, that you're trying to navigate through. Yeah, okay, so I have Seven of Swords, which is kind of fitting because again, I'm saying like you have something that you've been kind of sitting on, but now you need to get it off of your chest, and that's kind of what I'm getting, is like it's been really weighing on you. But I do feel like there's a level of deceptiveness because it's like no one around you knows what you're feeling, and you've been sitting on this for a while, so people are going to feel blindsided. So I just want to like warn you or reiterate, whatever message you're going to be sending to people, whatever you're going to be telling people, you need to be careful about your delivery. Because even if like you were wronged and you need to get it off your chest, or you need to call someone out, like even if that's the case, how do I say this? No one's a mind reader. So it's kind of like you can't just blindside someone and then expect the kind of reaction you're hoping to have. No one reacts well if they feel cornered. So I will just say, like, you're very emotionally charged this week. You've been sitting on something for a while and you're ready to talk about it. So this could mean that you're very like wound up, but you have to be careful about your delivery, because I feel like you're gonna just like, you know, word vomit onto someone and they're just gonna be like, whoa, where's all this coming from? So that's like kind of something that I would just caution you with. I also have Temperance reversed, Strength reversed, and the Fool reversed. So I definitely feel like some kind of anger that you're going through this week. It's like you know someone wronged you, you know someone said something that was hurtful to you or about you, and you really want to make some points. And this is something that's been weighing on you because you've been kind of accepting it for a while. You've just been kind of like biting your tongue for a while, but like now you're kind of like at that pushing point where it's like one more thing and you're just going to like tell someone something. I have the Fool, I have the Strength reversed, and I have Temperance reversed. However, again, I think it's really important. This is kind of a hard spread for me to give to you guys because I feel like it's like, on one hand, I see that you're wronged, I feel your anger, like I feel your frustration, and like I feel that you want to, you know, get something off of your chest. But I also feel like you might do it in a way that you could regret later. Like you could say something that you didn't actually mean to say, that you've just been heated about. And, you know, also you have to give someone the benefit of the doubt. And I know you've been doing that, so like hearing that is probably annoying for you, but it's also like, you can't expect someone to know that they hurt your feelings if you never actually gave them that kind of chance to tell them or let them know. So you're going to be approaching it to them for the first time. You might have known about this for a while, but to them it's all new. So you have to approach it a little bit more gentle than you want to, for the best results, for like what you deserve to receive, for the apology you know you're owed. You can't get that if you're attacking them. And then I have Judgment. So yeah, this is definitely a critical week. This is definitely a week where you're just like ready to let things be known. I think you're very methodical this week. I also think you need to unwind. You need to decompress because you're taking things way more. Everything is impacting you a lot more severely right now. Like everything's just like weighing on you. Everything's just kind of like weighing you down. So I would just really say to try to rest, or try to spend more time to yourself, be kind to yourself, because I feel like as much as you're trying to be productive and get all this stuff done or confront this person, you're too wound up. You need to take a nap, you need to drink water, you need to read a good book. You know, those are all things that you need to take into consideration. I don't feel like this week's gonna be as bad as you think it is. I think it's just everything is like adding up to you. But yeah, I hope that was helpful. I hope that wasn't like completely just a weird reading. So if you did like it, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. This reading reminds me of a time in my life where I was being very submissive and passive, and I was smiling a lot because I was stressed and I wanted to be received well, but the entire time I was feeling attacked and judged and like scrutinized. And so it made me, even though I was like cheerful and, you know, upbeat the whole time, I was like panicky. And so any kind of slight tone difference or statement made or anything during that time just made me very like quick to explode or implode, or just like be self-deprecating, or just kind of like, how do I say, defensive. That's kind of the theme. So I feel like that's kind of how you're feeling. I feel like there's a relationship in your life or a person in your life that you maybe didn't sign up to have in your life, but they're in your life, they're there, they're not going anywhere. And I feel like you feel like you have to walk on eggshells, and you're very like not necessarily honest with yourself when you're around them, like not necessarily the most authentic version of you. And it's not because you're fake, I think it's just because you feel that uncomfortable to like make them uncomfortable. But I feel like it's turning into resentment, it's turning into this like negative version of yourself that you're just not. And I also feel like you're just very quick to react. You're very like you feel like you've been walking on eggshells, and it's been a long time coming. So I feel like there's something that's like a tug of war. Something has to give. You either have to begin to start speaking up, or you have to just find ways to remove this person from your life entirely. But there's no way to keep ignoring both of those options. You have to take one or the other. And what's making me say that, by the way, I didn't show you, is 7 of Wands reversed, the Lovers reversed, 6 of Cups reversed, Queen of Pentacles and King of Cups, which makes me feel like this is an important person in your life or important bond in your life that you want to keep maintaining. Like you want to keep this like rapport with this person, and I do think that they matter to you, and I think that I don't think it's like a negative feeling coming from you. I think it's just you've gotten into this habit of like being whatever version of yourself that you think they want you to be, and I think by doing that you've like this whole dynamic has become toxic. It's not that maybe necessarily you or this person are, if you know what I mean. It's just kind of like you've gotten into the habit of just like being submissive or being what you think they want from you. And I also have Ace of Pentacles and 5 of Cups. So I do feel like there's a positive or uplifting energy at the end of this week. I feel like maybe you get some points across, you express yourself, or you assert yourself in a way that you need to, you know, be heard. And I feel like it starts being received well. I feel like maybe you and this person end up having like a good understanding of one another, or you're able to, I don't know, make peace with one another. You get some kind of answers, you get some kind of peace or closure. You get something at the end of the week that's kind of like you feel like your chest isn't so tight anymore. You feel like you can breathe again. And then I also have Sagittarius, Conjunction, and Sextile. So these are all really interesting because, well, for one, 2 aspects in a sign. So this is about truth. This is about authenticity. This is about getting a point across and being assertive, being vocal, getting that nervous energy out in the open, letting it be known, but also not necessarily going to war over it. Like this doesn't have to be a breakthrough that leads to like tension and drama. This could actually be like a breakthrough of just you being yourself and like letting this person know like, hey, I love you, I want this bond with you, but it's like I need to be allowed to feel like I can be myself too, or I can't feel like choosing this relationship means I can't choose myself too. Those are things that like, so it's kind of like a peaceful resolution week. I don't think it's like I don't get like a bad panicky vibe about this. But yeah, overall I guess that completes my reading. I hope that you liked it. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you thought about this because this is a little intense, I'm aware. And I will see you in my next video.